For many years, football fans have regarded the English Premier League as being the best league in world football,
due to its large plethora of teams and its overall competitiveness, with many Premier League fans, including me, disregarding the other leagues and calling them farmers' leagues, with such a strong emphasis on the Premier League being the hardest and strongest league in world football. But unless you've been living under a rock, you'll know that once again Manchester City have won the Premier League for the fourth time in a row, beating West Ham 2-1 on the last day and beating Mikel Arteta's Arsenal by just 2 points, making it their 8th Premier League title overall. And of course this has sparked some controversy online, with many people beginning to claim that the Premier League is now a modern day farmers league, given Man City's dominance over the league, and many fans claiming that the Premier League is becoming boring and there's no fun in it anymore. And to be honest, you can kind of understand where that point is coming from. I always think of leagues like Liga and the Bundesliga, where one team just seems to continue to dominate again and again and keeps collecting domestic trophies. We know of course that this season Bayer Leverkusen have changed that and have ended Bayern Munich's reign. Check out my video on that. And in Ligue 1, of course, there have also been upsets in the past, such as Lille's title in 2021 and Monaco's title in 2017. But apart from a few almost exceptional cases, the league continues to be dominated by one force, making it a farmers league. And that is looking like it's becoming the case for the Premier League as well, where it seems like this one club is going to continue to dominate for years to come. And to be honest, in my own personal opinion, I think as long as Pep Guardiola is in charge, Man City will continue to win the Premier League again and again until he leaves. If he leaves. And of course I'm not going to brush over the fact that Man City do have one huge resource available to them: money. Lots of money. Of course, we know Man City had a huge financial takeover in 2008, and as a result of that, they've built their empire off the back of that. Not only investing in their squad, but also investing in other areas of the club, such as their youth academy, their stadium facilities, all of it. And as a result of that, they have become a powerhouse, recruiting a world-class manager and coaching staff, as well as having an ability to pick up world-class players whenever they want to, not to mention the huge squad depth this team possesses. And of course, I'm not going to brush over the alleged 115 charges that everyone knows about, where Man City have been charged with breaking 115 financial fair play rules over a 9-year period, with charges such as failing to provide up-to-date financial information, financial reports, and a whole lot of stuff. I'll leave a link to an article I found in the description that you guys can check out if you want more detail. But back to my point, if you have a team who have a financial takeover and build infrastructure, invest heavily, and win trophies because of that, then honestly, fair enough. You can only credit them. But if you do that in a sort of immoral way, then obviously that's slightly different. Now of course all of these are alleged charges, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm not going to be one, and I'm not going to be the one to determine whether Man City are guilty or not. We'll just have to wait and see what happens and see if anything happens. But my point is that this Man City side don't look like he's losing the league anytime soon. Jurgen Klopp, who is one of the best Premier League managers we've seen, only managed to win one Premier League title in his 9 years as a Liverpool manager, despite getting 97 points in the 18-19 season and 92 points in the 21-22 season, still only winning one Premier League. And of course now Klopp is leaving, it looks like Arsenal will be the next team who are going to continue to push Man City. But even with all the improvements that they made this season, it still isn't enough. However, I do get at the same time, I remember I saw a tweet the other day saying when Arsenal and Man United were dominating the Premier League, it wasn't considered as a problem or in a farmers league back then. But now Man City are doing it, everyone seems to think it's some sort of an issue. But back to the main point, a lot of people agree that the Premier League is quite boring to watch and it lacks that excitement that it used to have. I know of course this year there was a really good title race between Liverpool, Arsenal and City, where Liverpool did drop off a bit towards the end. But the thing is, a lot of people, including me and probably including Arsenal fans as well, had the gut feeling that Man City would still end up with the title. And a lot of people also agree that the competitiveness of the league itself as a whole has dropped off. All 3 teams that were promoted from the Championship last year ended up all going down again, with people saying that clubs like Burnley, Luton, Sheffield just don't have the resources to be able to fight and stay in the Premier League because the bigger clubs just overpower them so much. And of course there are other factors to being relegated, I know that. It's not all just financial, but that's for another video. The same can also be seen in European competitions as well. There is currently no English Premier League team left in any of the current European competitions this season, with Aston Villa going the furthest, being knocked out by Olympiacos in the Conference League semi-final. But if the Premier League is truly the greatest and most competitive league in the world, why is it that one team just continues to dominate the league and can't be stopped? And why is it that Premier League teams historically don't seem to get as far as other European clubs do when it comes to the European competitions? Of course I know there are exceptions to the rule. Man City did just win a treble, and Liverpool also won a few years back as well against Spurs, but historically compared to other teams in other European leagues like Spain and Italy, teams do not seem to get as far as their competitors do. I'm not here to just slander the Premier League. The Premier League is the league I watch the most and the league I watch on a consistent basis, and a league I've always watched. It's just after Man City won the league again, I saw a lot of reaction from people online, with many people saying the league is unfair and it's becoming a farmers league. So I just wanted to make a video discussing it. And the Premier League is not a bad league. It's the league that on paper arguably
arguably has the strongest set of teams compared to Europe's top 5 leagues. And it is the league that attracts the most talent and has the most money in it. Well, excluding Saudi Arabia, but you get my point. But maybe the Premier League is just going through a transitional period in terms of competitiveness. Maybe it's slowly phasing out of being the best league in the world. For example, in the 1980s and the 1990s, the Serie A was considered as the strongest league in the world, and all the world-class talent would move over there. However, during the late 90s, the 2000s and the 2010s, the Premier League was beginning to take that title of being the best league in the world, after the Premier League was established in 1992. So maybe it's just another transitional period, and maybe there will be a new league that will take the title of being the best league in the world. What do you guys think? Do you agree that maybe the Premier League is becoming a bit boring, or do you still think it's the strongest league in the world that's just going through a period of one team dominating the league? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe as well, because it always helps. And thanks for watching. This has been Discussing Ball.